Today is a little harder to record than the last 2 days.
I know. It's okay.
Okay.
You got it.
Got it.
You got it.
I got the same energy. I'm bringing the energy.
Yes.
My trades were great. I forgot that I made a trade last night that I didn't talk about yesterday, and I actually did make $500 and something.
Look!
Okay, so that's exciting.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I thought it was a combination of the trades that I'd already talked about, but I forgot I made...
You made another... Oh, I just forgot I made $500.
I did. All right, so here we go, guys. I posted yesterday my trades that I made. I made one trade. It was super simple. It was like $340, and then that same night I made another trade. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So today is a combination of one trade from last night and 2 trades from today. So I'll go ahead and just start with my total. I made a total of $561.50. And I still haven't had any losses yet. I'm trying not to like get a big head or anything here, but from my start of consistently posting to today, no losses. I haven't made any losing trades yet. I'm looking for wood to knock on. But I think just ever since I changed, it was like a light bulb went off. It was night and day. It was a switch. I just flipped a switch. It dramatically changed my trading. Just changing my mindset from I know I want these long runs. I want to make a trade in one day that's like $2,000-$3,000, if not more than that. But right now, if I can just take my small wins, it's working. It's consistent. It's not as stressful. I don't have as much anxiety. Like these trades are great. It's game changing. So let me put on my trade from last night. Last night I switched it up a little bit. I traded a little bit of a different, so it's the same, it's the YM. Let me pull it up so I can follow along with you guys. Okay, here we go. So it still was the E-mini Dow Jones, but this is the micro E-mini Dow Jones. So someone did actually comment on one of my videos yesterday and asked if I trade micro minis at all. And what a great example. Last night, I did trade a micro E-mini. So it is still the Dow, but this is a cheaper version of it. So it might look like a pretty big move. I think this was only, let me check my profit. So when you're trading the micro, the positions are smaller, the moves aren't as big. These are pretty nice to trade, I would say, for beginners for sure. When it goes against you, it's not that harsh, it's not that quick. At least it feels like it. And also, just a super disclaimer out there, I haven't done crazy amounts of research on trading. I'm not a guru. I learned a super simple strategy and I trade with it. And that's all there is to it. I don't do too much research on other strategies. I don't do too much research on terminology. There's plenty of things that I should know. There's plenty of books that I should have read, but since my strategy works, I'm just sticking to it. If I can shortcut the learning curve and not have to go through all of this trial and error and learning all these different tools and all these different indicators and all these different terms, if I can shortcut all that, I 1,000% will, and that's 1,000% what I'm doing. So just a little disclaimer out there. So if there's a term that you ask me and I just don't know the answer to, it's not because I'm a novice, it's just because if that didn't help my strategy, then I didn't care to learn it. So that's all there is to know about that. Okay, so my total profit for this micro E-mini Dow, which is the MYMM20, was, a nice little easy guy. It was $117. So what I did, and you can see here, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see the prices a little better. You can see from the last videos that I was trading the E-mini Dow, which is YMM20, and I was trading those with just one contract. This one is much cheaper. It is the micro E-mini, So I traded 3 contracts. I went short 3 contracts at the market price at $23,555. This was the least stressful trade I've had in a long time. It just fell down. It was nice. I was up $117 and then I was ready to go do some other stuff, so I closed my position, put in a buy order, 3 market at $23,475. So I went short, and this was kind of a little longer trade. So each one of these bars you're seeing, they all represent 5 minutes. So it's a 5-minute price movement. So I was in this trade for about, let's zoom in and see how many bars. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Close to an hour. So this was an hour-long trade. I actually wasn't staring at this the whole time. I'm trying to remember what I was doing while I was trading this. I think I was actually editing a YouTube video. So I didn't have to stare at this one, and when I trade the micro, it's just not as stressful. The moves aren't giant. It's just, you can see this was only $117. But it was a great little addition to my profit pot. All right, so that was last night. Now my trades today. I went back to the 𝙤𝙤𝙫𝙚. About to pop it up on the screen here, and boom. My first trade was at 8:05, around 8 a.m.-ish. I traded the 𝙤𝙤𝙫𝙚. I went long, 1 contract at 23,300. So I'm gonna zoom in a little more so you guys can see each bar here. So the blue dot represents where I got in. So that one 5-minute bar that I got in at, when I did get in, it went against me maybe like, I want to say 80 to 100 bucks, maybe a little more than that. And then the next 5 minutes, the price started going up. The next 5 minutes, price started going up. So I was in this trade for about 30 minutes. So as you can see, when it started to roll over, I was actually getting ready to close my position. I thought that this was not the long that I was expecting. So I was getting ready to close my position, but it popped right up and I got out with a total of $387. So this was a nice one this morning. $387, that was the move I was looking for, and it was an easy trade. So got in, went long, 1 contract at 23,300. Then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then 30 minutes later, I placed that sell order, 1 market at 23,378. That's all there is to that one. Now, the next trade is gonna look a little funky because I got out pretty quick and it wasn't a big trade. It wasn't a big move. I can't describe this trade exactly, but it just didn't feel right. So even with my strategy and my experience trading, I just got into this trade and just immediately something didn't feel right. I wasn't sure what it was, but I mean, that's cool. Maybe I have some neat trading intuition. But I don't know if you guys have ever had that, to where you just get into a trade and you just know something's off. So that's how I felt about this trade. It went in my favor. I got in, let's see, 5, 10, 15. So I was only in this trade for 15. It was about 10 to 15 minutes. So I got in, I went short 1 market at 23,362. This is the same 𝙤𝙤𝙫𝙚, and this is around almost 11 a.m. So this is a few hours after my previous trade. I went short. It fell down. I was up maybe like $100, maybe $150. Then the next bar fell down. I was like, okay, this is good. Then it started to come back up to me. And it almost came up to where I got out even, but I clipped out a little bit sooner. So, but I just had that feeling something was a little off, so I just went ahead and closed my trade. It was a short, so I had to put in a buy order last. So my first order is a sell, second order is a buy. 1 market at 23,350. So this profit was a whopping $57. And after I had felt funky about that trade, I ended up just deciding, okay, I'm done for the day. The 387 that I made this morning, plus the 117 that I made the night before, I was pretty content with those small wins. So I can't stress to you guys enough, not stress, but I just can't express to you guys enough how excited I am that I feel like this simple shift in my thinking has dramatically changed my trading. A combination of the strategy that I learned from my uncle and my quick little readjustment with the mental game has made a huge impact on my trading lately. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and then hit the bell to get notifications for my next video. All right, I might say just a few more things. I'm not sure yet.
That was great.
Yeah.
That
You
was
got
so
me all
good.
excited. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You did so good.
thanks.
We say man a lot, like in these clips. I'm like, thanks, man. Yeah, man. Good job, man.